gig. Another crumbling theatre in the armpit of nowhere. Stink of rancid trans fats from the takeaways next door. Dressing room that had last seen a drip of Dulux in the 60s. Toilet facilities that you wouldn't believe. I couldn't see the Chuckle Brothers putting up with that. Or Linda Lusardi. 12 weeks she was in Panto on this very stage last year. And then there's the audience. The smell of wet wool and unwashed hair drifting up from the stalls made me gag. It had been raining on and on for weeks like stair rods. I was on stage just before the interval, sweating like a stuck pig.
I just want to know he's happy, that he knows we miss him, that we love him so much.
It was such a blessing, wasn't it, honey, when the poor soul passed? He was in such terrible, racking, earth-shattering pain as his bones were crushed to powder and his blood spilled onto the concrete. Oh, I can feel it here. What your poor Harold went through before blessed oblivion.
But he wasn't called Harold.
That's strange, because I've got him stood here right next to me on this stage in front of all those good people, large as life and twice as ugly. No offence, Harold. And he's telling me he is. Only been a few weeks since he passed. He's still in shock, honey.
I don't think he'd be shocked enough to forget his own name.
What's that, Harold? Harold Lewis, 58. Maybe I'm getting another Harold Lewis that lived down the road and was crushed by a skip just before Christmas. Eh, ladies and gentlemen?
But we didn't call him that. Nobody did. His middle name was William. Willie, that's how everyone knew him.
That's right. yeah, he's nodding and smiling at me, Sandra, honey. But seeing as he's taken to the stage for the first time in his life, or afterlife, in front of all these good people, he thought he'd use his Sunday best name, didn't you, Willie, honey?
Right, of course he did.
Round of applause for this very brave lady, please. Well, that was close. Too close. I could feel the sweat trickling down my back, down my front. That new bra, way too much synthetic fabric. And who has ever been able to concentrate for longer than 5 minutes trussed up in a pair of Spanx? I could see Philip in the wings winding me up.
10 seconds to G&T number 1 and counting.
I'll see you all after the interval. Don't forget the merchandise in the foyer. I have been Samantha Levane, and I see dead people.
Nice save, Angel.
How the fuck was I supposed to know he was called Willie?
But don't blame me. They don't put that kind of detail in the obituary columns.
Yeah, well, you're going to have to widen the net, find out more.
How much more do you want? I thought I'd done particularly well tonight. You scored a direct hit with that murder-suicide. You could hear the oohs and ahs from the backstage corridor.
Would I not get that one, could I? It only happened down the road. I would have been more surprised if the relatives hadn't been in.
Then I got you the Angel of Death. Nurse, what's her name? You even knew the names of her cats. I thought that was a particularly authentic touch.
The mums and dads. They break my heart.
Every single victim's name and age correct. A 100% hit rate. We've already run out of DVDs out front.
They're so desperate, so full of pain. They reek of it.
And thanks to you, at least 3 sets of parents have gone on tonight relieved they've had a message from their little angel who might have passed on due to lethal injection from a psychopathic nurse, but is now running in fields of flowers in the land of spirit for eternity.
Don't mock, Philip.
They look you in the eye and say, I just want a word from her. I want to know if she's all right, and I want to scream, of course she's not all right, sweetheart. She's about as far from all right as you get. You cremated her last week.
And they're all grieving for their loss, and if what I do can give a crumb of comfort, however small, then that's good enough reason to carry on.
That and the reality series, the DVDs, the tie-in books, the Samantha Lefane tribute doll, push its tits and it says, I see dead people, complete with RuPaul look-alike wardrobe and, quote, withered, unquote, arm.
They love the arm. They expect the arm. Can't just drop it now, can I?
It's when you say, please don't panic, ladies and gentlemen. You're about to see me go into a trance, so I can allow my body to be possessed by my spirit guide, Maximus Decimus Meridius, a Roman general who was badly wounded, saving his wife from bloody death in the Colosseum of Rome. His hand was mauled, ladies and gentlemen, and so my hand becomes like his, wizened, crumpled. I can't feel my fingers.
It's a prop. Something to focus on. It makes them respect me.
And no one's worked out yet that your spirit guide's name is the same as Russell Crowe's character in Gladiator.
And they won't, unless someone tells them.
Or why a dead Roman general is passing on the secrets of the afterlife to a middle-aged woman on stage in Darlington.
Less of the middle-aged, Philip. The world of spirits is like any other phenomenon we can't explain. Astrology, quantum physics. The only way is Essex. You've got to suspend disbelief.
10 minutes, Samantha.
Thanks, Jasmine, honey.
Great show tonight.
Great boots tonight.
Thanks, Phil.
Did you get the shot of her pointing that withered arm at the baby poisoner? Genius, I thought.
Genius. Only, we're a bit worried about the demographic for this one. Apart from the Angel of Death kids, you brought up a lot of older people. Granddads, great aunts, old mums. Could do with a bit of a younger vibe in the second half. Okay.
Well, you know Samantha. She never lets you down.
That girl's getting above herself.
She's got a job to do, just like us.
Yeah. What have we got in part 2? Chuck the cards.
Talking of suspension of disbelief.
What does that say? I can't read the writing.
Chanel. Not just common, but spelled wrong. And I met this one's mum and dad in the foyer. They were practically grabbing my ankles.
Oh, pretty little thing, isn't she? She drowned, Philip.
Did she? I can't say I noticed.
Swimming pool Tenerife. Her hair got stuck in the filter vent. What did I tell you?
But he's big in local radio. Jazz could do an interview after the show. And according to the Mail Online, he was on holiday with his ex when it happened.
No water. No kids and no water.
This audience will lap it up. Just do it, Samantha.
Wasn't always like this. I used to hear them once. See them too. I'd wake up in the middle of the night and find my gran sitting on my bed, always moaning about my mum's Yorkshire puddings. Said she taught her better. Only a slut buys them frozen from Tesco. I told my mum. She dropped the plate she was carrying, gravy all over the floor. Then she winged me one. You get arrested for doing that nowadays. But back then, that's what mums did.
5 minutes, Samantha.
Have another drink, sweetheart. Why don't you start the second half with Vicky and her husband Rob? They just lost her brother, drugs. And according to Twitter, he was found in bed at his girlfriend's flat. Foul play suspected. Not exactly a looker, was he? I'd have done something with those teeth.
The older it got, the worse it got. There were more and more of them. People long dead popping out the fridge when I opened it, appearing from nowhere as I was sat on the loo. And when my period started, so did the poltergeists. Couldn't walk upstairs for fear of being crushed by a chest of drawers or a chair aimed at my head. Waking up in the early hours with my bed bouncing up and down. Dirty bastards. My mum got so wound up about it she called in the priest. Bell book candles, the works. Made them worse. I used to hear them at night laughing in the face. I drove them out of the house in the end, but it took it out of me. I learned it wasn't them in control. It was me. And if I wanted to stay in control, I had to use this gift, this talent, this curse, and not let it go.
There's another spontaneous combustion. It's weird, we get one of these every time we play this town.
I started doing readings, few friends, then friends of friends, then it all spiralled. I got a tour, third on the bill to a psychic dog, and a tarot card reader who thought she was the reincarnation of Cleopatra. My Paul used to drive me there and back so I could relax with a drink after the show. One night, he was in the front with Tina. I was fast asleep in the back. Next thing, I'm on the front, on the grass, soaked to the skin. Took me a while to make out the blood in my eyes. Then I saw it, the car, sinking into the river. My Tina's face at the window as it went under the water. I went straight in, but the car door was stuck tight. I could see her face. She could see me as she banged on the window. It wouldn't break. The glass was all smeared with blood. Then she stopped and just looked at me. Everything went blank. It was a nice policeman that got me out of the water.
Time to go, sweetheart.
It was Philip that got me through the funerals. My Paul's brother sat with me, held my hand through the inquest. Nothing was too much trouble. His wife didn't like it, but what could I do? Then one night, he told me he was leaving her. It was me that he loved, always had. He'd managed me. His wife liked that even less. She went for a walk. Always liked her hiking. They found her up Scafell at the bottom of some rocks. Poor girl. Philip looked at me a bit funny for a while. He was setting up another tour. He said he knew that I couldn't see them, otherwise why would his Kelly not have popped into my head? I told him there'd been nothing from the other side since I lost Tina. So we came up with a plan. I'd fake it to tide us over till the voices came back.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome back Miss Samantha Lefay!
So I went along with it. We got the telly-series, and then Philip asked me to marry him. Said it made sense rather than pay him commission. And he knew all my secrets. It was in my best interest to do what he wanted. So I did.
Miss Samantha Lefay!
But that night, I'd had enough.
What the friggin' fuck are you playing at?
I had enough of the lies, enough of exploiting these poor bereaved people who forked out 50 quid a seat. Get out there and you tell them that I can no more talk to the dead than I can perform gallbladder surgery or win the X Factor. It's over.
You walk out now, I'll expose you in every paper in the country as a big, fat fraud. The network will sue. So will everyone who's ever paid a penny to come and see you. You'll be broken. Over.
And what about you?
Mediums nowadays, 10 a penny. I know this industry inside out. I could pick another one to work with. Someone younger, slimmer, more photogenic, and with less cellulite like that. So if you know what's good for you, I'd get out there and get on with it.
So I did. Pretty good show by all accounts. Then I let him drive me home. He was talking too loud, too fast, telling me he hadn't meant it, he loved me really, and I needed a long rest when we finished the tour. We were nearly home, just by the river. It was running wide and fast, the rain, you see. And she steps out in front of the car. My Tina, glowing, as if lit up from the inside. He stands on the brakes. Next thing, I'm on the front, on the grass, rain pouring down. Can't make out for the blood in my eyes. Just a car sinking into the river. Poor Philip. He didn't stand a chance. That driver's seatbelt was always a bugger to undo. Did wonders for box office. After the funeral, I had to add extra dates. Found myself a new little helper, Lee. A bit young for me, but he knows who wears the trousers. Had to pay him well for his troubles, not just in cash. So, I'm on stage at the plaza, and I get this terrible feeling. And the hairs in the back of my neck are standing on end. And I see him, front row of the stalls, large as life, soaking wet, weeds hanging from his gob, pale as death.
Sweetheart.
Philip,
Got much of a show for us tonight?
I can't see you.
But you can. And it turns out all that crap about the world of spirit, you were bang on. Our Kelly wasn't too pleased to see me, but I've had a lovely chat with our Paul, you lying cow. The night he crossed over, Tina was in the back asleep, not you. You were having a row about him and that trollop Stella from next door. You grabbed the steering wheel, you drove them into the river.
No.
Remember, sweetheart, the spirits never lie.
No.
Get a grip. You've got 1,000 bums on seats out there. You can't just stand here with your gob hanging open. You've got a show to do. Some crackers in tonight. Him over there fell into a vat of soup.
And all of a sudden we're back. From a whisper to a roar. The voices, the figures, the endless procession of the dead. I realised the silence had been a blessing, not a curse. I'd never get a moment's peace again.
I'm looking forward to this. Looking forward to spending the rest of your life together. How is young Lee, by the way? And tell him not to get too close to that dodgy socket in the dressing room if I were you.
Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Samantha Lethane, and I see dead people.